Chandra, is Theo Von the funniest stand-up comic out right now?
No, but I do enjoy his personality.
You don't think so? Who do you think's the funniest?
I couldn't even answer that.
So you know for a while how stand-up comedians felt like they couldn't say anything. They had to be like politically correct.
Yeah, they're balls of the wall
I'm
right now.
noticing like a major pushback. Did you see any of Chris Rock bashing Will Smith and the
that
situation?
Was funny.
Oh. I saw one of them do a joke about Will Smith and be like, man, a lot of people losing their hair these days, man. Like, you know, even celebrities like Will Smith's husband, like he lost his hair. Talking about Jay.
That's funny.
His dad was 70 when he had him. Did you know that?
No.
Theo Von's dad was 70 and from Nicaragua.
I knew that. I thought you were talking about Will Smith.
And from Nicaragua. No. So apparently the rumor is, allegedly, that his dad was black. And that Theo Von's
like
biracial.
He is biracial, but they're like brown. You know, they're not.
I mean,
black.
I don't know what like a indigenous Nicaraguan looks like. One thing he said that kind of blew my mind is he said his dad died when he was 16, and he said his dad was like 86. And he said he didn't have a good. I was watching him. He actually teared up. He said, I never had a good relationship with my dad. He's like, I'd walk far behind him. My friends would make fun of my dad, and then I'd make fun of him with him because he's so old. And he said, but the thing was, I was afraid to have a relationship with him because I knew he would die. You know, and he said, and then he died when I was 16, and now I regret. And he actually was crying. It was why he was. I regret having missed out on the relationship I could have had with my dad.
Yeah.
So it's pretty heavy. But do you think either he's super funny or just a gimmick? Do you think he's going to be timeless comedy, or is it like for a season Theo Von's hysterical?
That's a tough question because I know he plays up his gimmick, but I also think that's how his brain naturally works.
Yeah.
So it's a tough one.
I feel like he'll be around for a while. I feel like he will be around for a while. And I feel like people would be talking about some of his jokes and some of his isms, or whatever you want to call it, like they do some of the best comics, like kind of those long-lasting comics. Just because I feel like there are a lot of people that do that thing of being just a character, playing a character, but his is so unique.
Yeah.
And done so well. This content is brought to you by NotGospelStudios.com. If you want to support the channel but don't know how, just click on over to NotGospelStudios.com, follow and subscribe to us on all of our listening platforms, and then click the store icon where you can purchase Not Gospel Studios merch, including custom spray art. If you'd like your own custom spray art painting, just click the custom spray art icon, and as you're checking out, in the additional notes section, tell us what you want on your painting. We'll create your painting, post the video of it, and you can watch the entire process of how your painting was created while you're waiting for your custom artwork to arrive at your door. As always, thank you guys so much for listening and watching and supporting, and keep being awesome, because that's how God made you.
Talking about comedy. Okay, so you know how cancel culture and stuff, and comedians have been so afraid of being canceled, but now comedy's on the rise again, especially with every comedian having their own podcast.
Yes.
And then have you seen where Bobby Lee talked about being with an underage prostitute?
No.
In like Tawan? And now people are like, we should not be entertaining this man. He was dealing in child trafficking. Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Why is anybody listening to him?
I don't even know who he is.
Yeah.
Who's Bobby Lee?
He's a comedian.
Killed the whole. Other than being a stand-up comic, let's say. Who's Bobby Lee?
I don't know how to explain it. He's just a comedian.
Oh, okay.
Like,
and apparently we don't like him.
He's got issues.
Oh, but he's hilarious.
You know how
if he's not that funny, then I have no trouble not liking him. Where do we stand on this, Chandler? We got to be united.
Theo Von, his personality.
Yes.
That's how Bobby Lee is. He has a very insecure personality, and he was raped by a retired guy when he was in high school.
How do you?
I know, and he uses that to almost attack people with his humor to make them uncomfortable, and so he is a genius in his own way.
So he was sexually assaulted
by a handicapped person.
You said retarded.
Yeah,
you did.
I can't say that.
By a person with a disability.
Anyways, so he's a controversial comedian, but he's been open about drug abuse and buying prostitutes, all that stuff. But he
When he
recently talked about the child.
Talked about an underage, a minor. That's when he crossed the line.
Yeah.
If you like this clip from the Not Gospel Studios channel, don't forget to share. Click on one of the other links and videos. You can find them here and here, and subscribe. I think it's down here. Tell your friends about us. Tell them that it's healthy, that it's vegan, and all of those things. Keep being awesome, because that's how God made you.